Welcome to another Savvy Renting training video. In this module, we're going to talk about tenants and rental agreements. A tenant is a person, persons, or business that can occupy a unit within your building. A rental agreement assigns that tenant to a particular unit and defines the parameters of the rental. For example, rental rate and conditions. We have simplified the process for you by automating it into one streamlined procedure when the unit is vacant. Now click Add New Tenant to begin the process. Look at the top of the page and you'll see unit name and building name listed. Email is a required field and is later used for the tenant portal login. You can add a fake email at this point, but it'll need to be changed later to grant full tenant portal access. Password and password confirmation will be the portal password for your tenant to log in. You can change this later if you forget, and the tenant has an option to change it whenever they want once they log in. Full name field is important to be accurate, as it is used in many other things within Savvy Renting. If you have two people on the contract, you can add both in this field. If it's a business, you can type the main contact's name and then fill out the business information section. The remainder of the fields are potentially important but not required and for your general records. When complete, you can click Next Step. Now you will see a screen that allows you to add, by clicking the plus sign, tenant references and tenant employers. This can be handy information for your records later. However, it is not required for Savvy Renting to operate. When you're finished, go ahead and click Make a Rental Agreement. The first option you could choose is the Building Owner toggle. This will tell Savvy Renting if you, the building owner, happen to be the tenant. That will turn off rental payment and adjust numbers in your account reports accordingly. If you still want to track or pay rent for accounting reasons, you can leave this turned off. Contract Sign toggle can be turned on if you already have a paper contract signed for this tenant. If this is the case, you can attach a picture of the contract using the option below. If you are using Savvy Renting to generate a rental contract, you will now select the template you wish to use with this agreement from the list of templates you added from the previous training module. Next, you will see Wi-Fi name, password, and keys given. This is used in various parts of Savvy Renting, so it's important to complete these fields. Tenancy start date. Select the agreed upon move-in date here. If you are just starting to use Savvy Renting and the tenant has been there for some time, you can add the original move-in date. However, we suggest you roll back the date to the start of the previous accounting year to maintain accuracy in the report section of Savvy Renting. Tenancy end date is only completed if this is a fixed-term lease. Payment amount is how much each tenant will pay per interval as determined in the fields below. Monthly payments toggle will tell Savvy Renting that you want the rent to be due each calendar month based on the tenancy start date or the day, the month the rent is due field. If the field is left blank, Savvy Renting will assume you want the rent due on the tenancy start date each month. If it is not a monthly payment, use the payment period length field. For example, if it's bi-weekly payment, put 14 in this field. Now click Save. This completes the entire process of adding a tenant and assigning them to a unit with a contract.